Three wins in a row in the Premier League, and it almost does not feel real. But Liverpool have gotten the job done. 3-1 against Crystal Palace, and finally back in the top four. Like, I can't believe it's taking this long for us to be in the top four. Like, this is where we should be. In fact, we should normally be challenging for the title. But you know what? We take our wins when we get them. Good to be back in the top four. The only unfortunate thing is that it looks like Mohamed Salah might have played his final game for Liverpool. Now, we don't know how long his injury is going to be for. We don't know how bad his injury is. But I really hope that this was not his final game, because that is a hamstring injury with only 4 games to go. We cannot tell how long this is going to be. But it was an amazing display from Liverpool. Maybe not the best, to be fair, but it was a good display. The goals were really good as well. And Freddie Woodman, I mean, this guy came in and he played really well. In fact, the one goal that we conceded was a bit unsportsmanlike. It's in the rules, like it was a fair goal. I can't deny that. Like, Muñoz had every right to shoot the ball, and it's a clear goal. You can't cancel that. But I just think it was a bit unsportsmanlike. But apart from that, like, Woodman was perfect in this game, and I just have to say that there's still some issues with Liverpool, but I'll take my wins. I just want to get to the Champions League next season and move forward. But I will talk about the game in general. I'm just happy to be seeing a win for Liverpool in general. It makes me really happy. So I just want to talk about a couple of things, you know. The way the match was in general, I just feel like there's still a problem with Liverpool's intensity. But like I said, I should be positive, but I just will talk about everything in general. I think the intensity was still not great in the first couple of minutes. You know, the movement off the ball, the movement on the ball was not fantastic. It just didn't look like Liverpool had finally clicked until we scored the first goal. So I'm really happy that it finally started to work out and Liverpool started to play a bit better when the goal came in. And literally, like, that second goal, I mean, that was like watching Liverpool from years ago. Like, the counter was absolutely fantastic. A good save from Freddie Woodman. Konate getting the ball, passing to Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, the fantastic turn, giving it to Jones, who played a fantastic ball to Andy Robertson with a fantastic finish as well. Like, that made me feel good. Like, Liverpool counter-attack goal. When was the last time I saw that? It's been such a long time. And it was such a nice thing to see, honestly. And, you know, like I said, everything turned around when Alexander Isak first scored. Like, that was when it felt like Liverpool started to click into this game and we're actually playing the football that we expect Liverpool to play. Like I said, the first few minutes were not very good in terms of intensity, but from then on, it started to click from that first goal and the second goal as well. Fantastic stuff. And I was thinking to myself, like, this is a great way to end this game. Like, yes, it was just halftime, but it felt like I was watching a Liverpool performance that I actually enjoyed and was happy watching, you know, and that always feels good. I do have to say that there were some players today that made me happy when I was watching this game. I have to talk about Curtis Jones. Now, Curtis Jones, let's be real, he's not a right back. So the fact that he came on and he got like a fantastic assist for Robertson, literally playing from right back and just making good movements. He was defensively solid. Maybe he made 1 or 2 mistakes in this entire game, but everything else was perfect. Everything else was good. His football was amazing. And I cannot believe like there's a world in which Curtis Jones may not be a Liverpool player next season. I don't know how it has to happen, but Liverpool need to sort this thing out. I do not want to see a world in which Curtis Jones is playing for a different team next season because of, you know, not being on the same page with the coach. Like, this guy is fantastic. You every time you play him, you see how good he is. Against Everton, I was also singing praises for Curtis Jones. I think he was really, really good against Everton. And today, again, against Crystal Palace, fantastic win. So I think he was really good, like the way he was holding the ball, the flow, the defensive nature of his game as well. Just 1 or 2 mistakes, but everything else was good. I also have to talk about Alexander Isak. What a finish. What a finish. Now, McAllister's his shot was going nowhere, but, you know, Isak's touch and that finish, it just shows the striker he is. And this is what we want to see from Isak. It's unfortunate with all the injuries he's had. You know, we've had to deal with him being outside of the team for quite a while, but finally seeing him back in the team and scoring goals like that makes me feel, yes, I'm happy to see him. I'm happy to see what he can do. And, you know, just looking at it, putting 4th place right for us, I think it was fantastic as well. Van Dijk as well, you know, despite the fact it was a nervy second half, I think he also played really well in this game. You know, when you look at the way Van Dijk plays sometimes, there's some times where you think, come on, you could, you know, put your body in a bit better. But for this particular game, I did enjoy the fact that he did play well. Like, his defensive nature in this game was quite good. And, you know, I think he was fantastic. Now, like I said, I'm just going to talk about the goal that Crystal Palace scored, and I thought it was very, very weird. Now, first and foremost, there was a great save by Freddie Woodman, who was perfect in this game, in my opinion. Like, he was amazing in this game, fantastic in this game. So when he made that save, you could just see that he probably jarred his knee or something, and that did not look very comfortable. It looked a bit it looked nasty, in my opinion. So the fact that he was able to play on made me really, really happy. But in the grand scheme of things, like, you always have to play to the whistle. However, when a goalkeeper is down, I think it's a bit unsportsmanlike to try and shoot from there. At the end of the day, a goal is a goal. You know, you take your goal, and if you get an opportunity, yes, the whistle was not blown, and the whistle did not have to be blown. By the rules of the game, that is a clean goal, that is a fair goal, and I cannot complain too much because, you know, it's a clear goal. Like, there's nothing about that goal that should be removed. So you have to look at it, but also I just think it's a bit weird when, you know, the goalkeeper is down with an injury and you're still taking a shot, you know. At the end of the day, when you're 2-0 down, I can understand it to a reasonable extent. I think it's a bit fair if you're a Crystal Palace fan. But as a Liverpool fan, that made me feel very weird. And from then on, like, it just looked like everything was not going the right way. Also, for that goal, I do have to call out Van Dijk and Konate, because you also have to play to the whistle. Yes, your keeper is down, but the referee hasn't blown the whistle. So you go and try and block the net. But nobody was sharp enough to do that. I think everybody was expecting the referee to stop the game, which I kind of understand as well. But in hindsight, it's like, yeah, that's not the smart thing to do. You should go and block the net. You should try and, like, make sure that the net isn't open for a goal. And they didn't do that, and Muñoz got his goal. So I think we could have done a lot better in terms of defending for that goal. But apart from that, Liverpool were fantastic, you know. Until that goal, I think Liverpool were doing really well. Then from that goal, it was like the pressure just came onto Liverpool. Like, Palace were making chance after chance after chance. We're defending and scrambling at the box. Let's just be real. Like, I think the lads put in everything defensively today, and I have to salute them for that. It was a great defensive display in general, apart from the goal. But, you know, towards the end of the game, it was very, very, very nervy, and, you know, you could just start to see that the lead was very slender once it was cut down to 1. So I'm really happy that, you know, there was no bad moments that led to a collapse in this game, because we've seen the number of times Liverpool have dropped points from winning positions or from drawing positions to lose. So I'm happy we're able to keep the result the way it was, which is a favourable result for us. So I'm not complaining too much. But where does this leave the team right now? Or where does this leave this team right now? Like, Mohamed Salah is injured, and that really, really worries me. Like, that could be the end of his Liverpool career, and I really hope it's not. Like, I really do not hope it is the end of his career, because when you look at everything Mohamed Salah has done, it will be very nice for him to play his final few games of the season. But to pick up a hamstring injury, we know how tricky hamstring injuries can be. That worries me a lot. I really hope that he's fine. I really do hope that he's fine. And maybe it's just a game or two and he can play the final 2 games of the season, because we really do not want to see Salah not playing, you know. So I really wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he can come back and play for Liverpool before he leaves and get a proper send-off with a fantastic display from the Liverpool fans. We know that's bound to happen. So I really do hope that he's not injured for a long spell. And obviously also for the World Cup, you know, he's playing with Egypt at the World Cup. We hope that he's able to start the World Cup with them as well. But more importantly, I have to say that Liverpool are in 4th position for the first time in a very long time. It makes me really happy. Like, yes, it's just by goal difference, you know, but United still play on Monday. Villa dropped points, which was a very important one for us. So Liverpool now can get into 3rd position only if Manchester United do not beat Brentford. And I know that Liverpool's next match is against Manchester United, from what I understand. So that should be a very, very interesting game to watch, because, I mean, if we beat Manchester United, there's a very high chance we could end up literally even in 3rd position. So the fact that we've had such a terrible season and there's a chance of being 3rd makes me really happy. Now, do I think it's going to happen? I'm not sure, because Manchester United are really good right now compared to where they started. And Liverpool, yes, we're winning games. We've won our last 3 in the league, but it still has not necessarily been great. So I really hope we're able to get something. And there's a world in which we finish 3rd in the league, and I would not complain one bit if we do. So hopefully, let's see what happens. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think? Is Liverpool Or do you think Liverpool are back to being great again? Do you think that, things are looking on the upside? Do you think, everything is looking good in terms of how we're playing football and going into next season and obviously qualifying for the Champions League as well? Let me know what you think in the comments. And before you go, make sure you like the video, share with a friend, and please subscribe. We're very close to 500 subscribers, and I'll appreciate if you watching right now could be one of those people. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.